welcome to another week on The Week on LinkedIn with Jay Cannon, Dan Beecher and me, Will Grassoff. We talk about 3 LinkedIn posts that have made us feel something. It could be anger, it could be sadness, it could be shame, it could be horniness, but we discuss different topics each week that we've seen on LinkedIn. One thing we won't be discussing is what we like to call shit posts, like the aeroplane one, who do you sit next to?
Yeah. That's just bollocks in everywhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Lazy.
Boring.
Stop posting it.
Boring.
It's pathetic. Anyway, on to the first post. Submitted by me this week. And it's our good friends at Enzo Tech Group. Let's see what Enzo have got to say.
Recruitment definitely isn't the industry for everyone. But as a US consultant working with some of our top performers, here are 3 signs I've picked up that could mean it's the industry for you. You may see opportunities where most people see obstacles. Obviously, rejection exists, but resilience will definitely take you far in recruitment. You're driven by results, whether that's the money, the promotion, or the awards. You're constantly striving for that next milestone. And lastly, you're naturally competitive. This market moves very fast, and the only way you'll be the best is by constantly raising the standards. If this sounds like you, take this as your sign to reach out to our hiring team.
Right, so, do you know what that's made me feel?
What does it make you feel, Will?
A little bit jealous.
Yeah?
A little bit jealous.
Go on then.
I think Enzo absolutely nail their employer branding and how they present themselves in the market. I think it's incredibly easy to criticise them and be negative because it's young, successful, attractive people doing their job, but actually beyond that there is real substance to it, and you can just see from that video what they're saying is actually bob on. It's bang on.
Yeah, they always seem to be hiring as well, so they're clearly growing and actually doing recruitment well.
Yeah, I remember obviously a few years ago there was a We're Recruiters course to do that whole video, which we obviously parodied, which did draw a lot of criticism, or people taking the piss, right? But actually, I think they absolutely nail employer branding, and I wish ours could be as good as that.
Would you have worked there 20 years ago, single Will Grassoff, in London, big city?
What's that got to do with it? Yeah, I would have. If I saw those videos, I'd want to work there.
Yeah,
it's
more pre-married, pre-kids.
Pre-kids, yeah, 100%. I mean,
It's a different lifestyle, isn't it?
They'd probably call me uncle, granddad, fucking, if I was there now.
Granddad
40.
Granddad Grassoff.
So,
Gigi.
It is Gigi. But I think they've absolutely nailed it, and it comes up on my feed every now and again, and it's very easy to be critical and to comment how they're also young, etc. But actually, fair play. I think fair bloody play to them. Yeah. Jake, what do you think?
I'm surprised that's the direction you took, knowing you, but fair play.
Being honest, so yeah. Right, well done, Enzo. Very good. Next up is the £100,000 commission check submitted by Mr. Jake and Ann, cousin of Paul and Ann.
They chose different surnames.
The late great. He's put a D on it.
See, I was interested in what you guys had to say about this, because it's one of those things that can look a little bit braggy, and I think a lot of the time we look at stuff on LinkedIn and we think, if there's stuff that's braggy on there and it's maybe like, I built this much this month or did this month, we often sort of look at that and go, come on mate, leave off it. But I actually quite like this. I actually think it's something a little bit different. I think from an employer brand point of view, it's nailed, because people have always sold the dream of you can earn 100 grand in your first year of recruitment and things like that. But actually, if you look at that, you can see the evidence of people earning, good money. I've no idea how long it takes to, get a deal like that over the line. I can't imagine it's a quick win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good work. And I'm just interested if you guys think the same, or if you think it's gross and shouldn't be out there.
I'd say from a employer branding side of things, it's good. If you're a consultant and you're working somewhere across the road from these guys, you're working on 5, 6, 7 grand fees.
Yeah.
And you see a 400k fee with 110 grand commission, you're probably going, how do I get into that business?
It's like that scene in Wolf of Wall Street, isn't it?
Yeah, show
Where
me
he
the
says,
paycheck, yeah.
show me that
I'll work
paycheck and I'll work for you.
Yeah.
I quit my job today.
Yeah.
So I'm really conflicted on this one in so many different ways. Firstly, is it incredibly vulgar to hold up $100,000 check saying, you know, I've just built this? But then I think, well, who's it actually offending? Fair play to the guy for doing all the work to get it.
Yeah.
Fair play to the company for giving that commission to him. If I was the client, would I be happy about it? Not sure. That's my only thing. But they might be. We're really glad. We're really proud. You know that we've done that, and that you know you're rewarding that guy for all his hard work for finding someone great. They could be completely fine with it.
Yeah.
Just something.
But they've not tagged the client. Like the client isn't known to us from the you know.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, as a rec to rec, the first thing I did when I saw that was connect with the guy.
So yeah.
So I bet he's been bombarded. I haven't
Yeah.
messaged
Oh,
him.
yeah.
I'm
To be
not-
fair, yeah,
there's
same.
No point. He's just earning $110,000 commission. But
Yeah.
I obviously know he's someone that can do good long term deals. So
Here's a question for you.
yeah, go on.
It's a 400k deal and he got 100k. You got 25% of that deal.
That's maths.
Is that good, or should he be getting more?
It's hard to say without knowing exactly what his role was in that as well. Like he could be a delivery consultant who's been handed that client and has only done one half of the job.
Yeah.
You know, it could be that he's gone out and found that work himself, and he's know. So I think it's hard to know without
So
knowing
if
the
he was a
context.
360 consultant and he'd gone out and done a 400k deal and he's getting 100,000, are you happy with that, or are you like, oh, should do it more?
It's such a good question. There's so many
It's funny, isn't it? 'Cause
variables around it.
So, like you always think of like footballers are going, oh, you're on 100,000 a week. Why do you want 120? It's greedy,
Yeah.
and it's the same sort of like mindset of, well, you've got 100,000. Do you want to be
Yeah.
greedy and get more? But actually, you're right. I think you would want a bit more if you've done all of that.
Well, all I think about is obviously we look at comm schemes and whatnot, and there are some comm schemes where they would get considerably less than that, right? They're the clients who are struggling to hire because you know they're just not great comm schemes. There are some places out there where if you got to that level, you would be getting close to 50%.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
And there's one client I'm thinking in particular
Yeah.
who I know for a fact that you get about 42% of like deals at that level. So, you know, I would say potentially it's an incredibly generous amount to give a consultant who's going to get a base anyway. But is there a little bit of me which, as a greedy fucker, would think I wouldn't mind getting a slightly higher percentage of that?
I mean, if you're building 400,000 in a year and that's your entire deal, you'd want to see that as 400,000 should be a threshold where you are seeing more than 25%. And that's just the 400,000. That's just the one deal.
Yeah.
You know, he could have done 3 or 4 deals for the year.
If I was a competitor of them who had a better commission scheme, I'd be saying, just to let you know, if you worked here, you'd have got 206,000 of that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what the first thing I would do.
Yeah. And I bet
But I
that's
do think-
happened quite a lot.
Yeah.
yeah. I do think without
Yeah.
context, it's hard to
Yeah,
fully judge it
obviously
because you don't know.
base and everything
Yeah.
You
else.
don't know
but-
thresholds. You don't know
Yeah.
whether there's any other deals that have been done in that period of time. Could be even like that 110,000 or whatever it is. Could be for a quarter's worth of work. So it actually might be less than 25% for that
Yeah,
one deal
yeah.
potentially. Like,
Either way, I think
either
it's
way.
very impressive, and I love the fact I've got a big check. You don't see
Yeah.
enough big checks.
I think it's pretty cool. Yeah,
don't spend it until the rebate is cleared. Though,
Yeah.
mate.
Can you imagine?
Do not. Don't go buying houses and
Lord.
cars and stuff, and then think, I've got to give that.
Getting
nice
that message
Lamborghini
from
back.
a candidate like 2 months and fucking 11 weeks
Ooh,
in.
can we do a
Yeah.
free replacement,
Yeah, well, you
please?
gotta shout,
Please.
Get
yeah.
yourself to Tiki Beach
No.
instead.
I've literally spent. I went to Ocean Beach and bought fucking. Yeah, fair play to them.
Yeah, fair play.
Good luck to them. Finally,
We're all just jealous, really.
fucking damn right. I really am. Finally, Danny B's submission this week, which is for. Talk about that post.
Yeah, this one's a bit odd, and it's very similar to the aeroplane one that we said we weren't going to talk about.
Yeah.
I've only
Here we
seen
are.
this once. I haven't seen this like sprayed around everywhere. But this, to me, I saw it and I was like, oh, that's clickbait. Like, they've just put high cleaner. We've chucked 100 ducks around this place. Like, we want to make sure you clean the place properly. Signed S and J. I'm like, okay, there's literally, that's clickbait because no one would write that. However, you guys think possibly different, right?
And if it's a cleaner for an agency, you might not get to know the cleaner's name and
Yeah.
stuff. But To me, it screams American. Like that's a very American
Yeah,
thing to do.
100%.
Let's make it a challenge. Find the duckies. Like, I don't know.
Either way, I think you're an arsehole to do it. You know, it's such a
But like,
weird.
condescending.
you've gone
Yeah.
around your house and you've put ducks in places.
100 of them.
100
Yeah.
of them.
Just go do the cleaning at that
you've
point.
what you've done is, okay, right, you might have got your kids to go and do it, so it's a fun game, right? To go and hide these in places.
That is fun.
Yeah.
They then get 88 of them back. How do they know where the others are? Right,
You have
how
to
do they know
label
which bit hasn't been cleaned?
Yeah.
Like,
He's actually spent 4 hours labelling them, put them into a
I
spreadsheet,
think
and
they have
noted where
numbers
they
on the
are.
bottom. Like my sister-in-law has them, and she does it as like little games and stuff, like for her kids now. I kind of get that. That's actually quite interesting to kind of do and go right.
I send my son to my mum's house with them, and he hides them around her house.
See, that's funny.
Yeah.
But like, this is clearly clickbait, surely.
Well, I can tell you
Yeah, of
why
course it is.
I think this fundamentally doesn't work, because there's a difference between, as my wife tells me all the time, there's a difference between tidying and cleaning, right?
Yeah.
Tidying would be putting stuff away and finding ducks. Cleaning would be making sure the surface is and, you know, it's hygienic and nice, right? So actually, I don't think a quality cleaner would necessarily be all about just finding ducks. It'd be more about, oh, actually, there's some dust on that ledge up there or whatever that you've missed. I just feel as though it's some knobhead who's probably a fucking LinkedIn influencer trying to be funny and edgy, saying, yeah, this is what we just think of it. Everyone's like, yeah, that's genius. I would do that with my cleaners.
Life hack.
Yeah,
Here's
life hack,
here's
yeah.
my follow-up question. What benefit does that have being on LinkedIn? Like, what are you, the person that's posting that, or people that are reposting it or whatever?
It's-
Like, I commented on it because it was in front of me. I said S and J can FO,
Yeah.
right? Which, like, they
Like
can. But, like,
It's pure vanity metrics. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
just for the vanity
yeah,
metrics
you're
of
not gonna
likes
you're not going to
and.
win clients on the back of that. You're not going to win
A lot
candidates
of
on the
these
back
people
of
don't
that.
give a shit. It is vanity metrics,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a slight humble brag. Well, I've got a cleaner, you know, and I've got a house big enough to hide 100 ducks.
Thing is,
I'd run that place is very quickly.
I suspect that guy is not. That's not his picture. He's not taken that picture. Like he's found that somewhere and he's
Yeah.
just reshared it.
And then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly.
That's even more.
Just
That's
because
even
they
more.
love the fucking likes and they love the comments, a bit
Yeah.
of rage bait. It's
Yeah,
probably similar reasons.
it's got people
I
talking
do.
about it.
Yeah.
We're here. Look at us.
Similar reasons.
Fuck, it's
to
worked.
We've baited in.
Oh, GG.
But yeah, I think it's gross. Again, like fuck man. So that's another week,
Yeah.
another short week. I have noticed this week there's been we can't talk about Henry Hayes every week as
Yeah.
much as we'd love to.
Even though he's great every time.
Fucking genius.
Delivers.
Yeah, I did see
Yeah.
that video and
But there's a lot of shit on LinkedIn at the moment. Really, I'm so fed up of it, and I'm fed up of posting on it, like creating content because it's just not hitting. Like it's, I don't know.
You know who I'm here for? Corporate bro.
Yeah,
Corporate bro.
yeah,
Like, love it when I see his little post pop up on my timeline.
yeah. Very good.
Yeah,
Very funny stuff.
yeah. We need more of that. More of Henry Hayes. More of corporate bro. That sort of stuff. If you ask me.
I agree, mate. I'm not the formulaic algorithm bumming shite.
Where would you
mostly
sit
written
on
by
this plane?
AI.
Yeah.
Where would
Yeah.
you sit on this plane?
Sit there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.